Hello folks, in this video I'll be showing you how to load the detergent, the rinse aid and the salt in your dishwasher. And I'm using a dishwasher manufactured by Amazon Basics, and I've been using it for around 6 months now, and these are the products that I've used so far, and all of them worked pretty well. So yeah, let's take a look at the products first, and then we'll get to the actual demo of how to load stuff up. So the first thing that we have here is the dishwasher detergent, and this one is manufactured by Fortune, and as it says, it works well with all the dishwasher brands, and it works pretty well with my machine. So yeah, that's that. And this is actually a power ball. So this one is manufactured by Finish, and I also use this occasionally. So there are a few instructions, like you don't need to unwrap the plastic wrapping on it, and on the back side you've got some additional instructions. So even this one works pretty fine. So I either use the detergent or these power balls. Now let's take a look at the rinse aid. So for this I've got IFB Essentials, and yeah, I use this sometimes, and even this one. So both of these work pretty well. And for the salt, I have been using Fortune Dishwasher Salt. So these are not like bigger cubes, they are smaller in size, but I personally prefer these smaller ones compared to the bigger ones. I don't know, the bigger ones felt a little bit weird, so I've been using this brand, and it's pretty good as well. Alright, so before we get to the part of loading up all the stuff, let's take a look at the instrument cluster or the display panel, and then we'll look at the main components related to the dishwasher, rinse aid and the salt. So these are the two indicators that are pretty common on every machine. So this is for the rinse aid, and the other one here is the salt indicator. So basically you don't need to load up the rinse aid and salt every time you start the machine. It's an occasional activity. Whenever the rinse aid or the salt gets low, this indicator will start glowing, and that's when you have to actually load up those components. So I have a little sample here. So I had taken a photo long time back, so this is how it looks. And yeah, so I'll just turn this on. So for me right now the levels are pretty good, but I'll still demo you how to load those things inside the dishwasher. So I'm going to open the machine now. And basically here are the two sections. For this one is for like the dishwasher detergent, and this one is for the rinse aid. So yeah, that's how it opens, and then you have the level indicator. And for the rinse aid, for my particular model, I need to rotate this and then pull this out, and that's basically where you would put the rinse aid. And like I mentioned before, I have been using these power balls or the detergent. So when you're using a power ball, you would basically place this little tablet in here, and then close the lid, and then load up the utensils in your dishwasher, and you're good to go. And when you are loading the actual detergent, let me just get the detergent here. So in this compartment you would be placing your detergent up to the level marking that you have here. Now this again may be different for your machine, so you need to look into the user manual of your particular dishwasher. And the next thing that I'm adding is the rinse aid. Now, how much to top this up? This again depends on your dishwasher, but it's mostly like topping up fuel in your car. So add as much as you want. Just make sure that it doesn't drip out, and even if it does, you can use a clean cloth to like rub off the excess liquid. So I'm just gonna fill it till here and then place back the locking mechanism. So yeah, that was it for the dishwasher detergent and for the rinse aid. Now let's take a look at the salt compartment. So that's located a little bit far away somewhere here. So I'm gonna have to pull out this tray, and only then that section will be accessible to me. So let's pull this tray out. Now you can access the section even like this, but I prefer to remove this completely. And I've moved the camera a little bit closer, so let's open the lid. And sometimes you might find water flowing out of this, but it's pretty much okay. And how much to add in here is again something like the rinse aid. Whenever the levels go low, you need to top this up, and the max level, it depends on the machine that you're using, but just don't overfill this. It's good to fill it to the like 3/4 or maybe till the top, but just don't spread it here and there, and make sure that it doesn't drip all over the place. And with my particular model, I've got this little funnel that's pretty helpful while loading salt. So that's how you would place it. And then we'll start loading up the salt. So I've added around four scoops of it, and since it was already there in my machine, I think this is enough. So we'll remove this and then place back the cap. So yeah, that was it. That was all that you need to do while loading the detergent, the rinse aid, and the salt. And as I mentioned before, the detergent is something that goes in on a regular basis, like whenever you're placing utensils in. But the salt and the rinse aid, these need to be done periodically. So it's only when the levels go low. Alright, so one important thing about the salt that you load in your dishwasher, so how much your dishwasher consumes is actually dependent on the hardness level in your area, and it also depends on the setting that you're using in your dishwasher. So I will just show you the hardness that I have in the region that I'm using my dishwasher. So it's it's pretty high. It's around 597. I don't know how to measure the units, but with the regular drinking water supply, it's around 60 or 70, and 597 is a very high figure. So I'll just show you the settings on my dishwasher. So I'm going to turn it on, and then for checking the settings, you basically need to press and hold this for 5 seconds. Yeah, and it has different modes from H1 to H6. So H5 and H6 would be used for the highest level of hardness if your water is like very hard. So for my particular water supply, I've kept it on H5, and then I'll press the power button to basically select that particular mode. Alright guys, so that was all about loading the dishwasher detergent, the rinse aid, and salt in your dishwasher. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, please feel free to add them in the comment section below. And thanks for watching this video.